Hi, Stephanie. My name's Erin. I'm with Fangirlish. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This show sounds so good, but it also sounds like my personal nightmare. Like I would never want to go back and visit all my exes, no matter what. So, like, what made you want to get involved with the show? And like, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
I mean, I think it's exactly what you said. The premise is so wild that you're like, gosh, I really would never want to do that. And I could only want to do that if I were to tell a story or act in it, as opposed to be actually in that reality. The premise is so wild that it just felt like a roller coaster that you just kind of want to surrender into. And also for me, I love rom-coms. I really do. I was such a sucker for them growing up, and I have all sorts of philosophical theories about why rom-coms are having a hard time in this era, or we're just not as like there's not the sort of tentpole rom-coms of our generation. And I think it's because love has changed shape, or the nature of finding love has changed shape. And I think that it took like a twisted premise to be able to ask some of those questions, like what is love, and how do you know when you know, and how does one figure it out?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Speaking of twisted questions, so I interviewed before I like to ask other like people that star and stuff like, a question to ask somebody else. So I was talking to Michael and Andre and I said, "What should I ask Stephanie?" And they were like, which one of us was her favorite scene partner and then they're like, "Tell us, you need to ask her what didn't she like about working with us?"
Well, both of them make me laugh really hard. I unfortunately, once I catch the giggles, I can't stop. And
Mhm.
Andre has like it is crazy what lives inside his brain just in regular life, but also on camera. He's such a good improviser, and the things that come out of his mouth are so shocking, um that I would just have to really, like, I knew if I did a scene with Andre that I'd have to like really hunker down and lock in, because we could go anywhere and I wanted to go anywhere with him, but I didn't want to ruin his take. So the worst thing about Andre is that he's so funny. And then Michael and I don't know why, the first time we ever met, we did a chemistry read for his character, and we did the bank scene, which happens in one and then happens in the pilot. And we were reading through the scene, and for some reason immediately it's as if we were Harry and Sally, but it was unclear who was Harry and who was Sally. We were just like a curmudgeony, bickery little duo. And there are so many moments when we're working together where I'm like, have we known each other for 500 years and are we 97? It's like we just enter such a little, I don't know, just some old guys hanging by the side of the road, me and
I
him.
mean, you hooked me with When Harry Met Sally. I was like, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's definitely a good one. Um, I read it called The Love Story for Our Times. Why? Like, honestly, because of the dark and twisted way. And then Michael and Andre said that it's a rom-com with death. Like, why would it be called that? Like,
Well, I think it is because really at the core of the show, there is this existential question of what is love, and how do you know when you know? And how is someone who, like, I think there have been tropes of female leads who are such a mess in their personal life, and also then therefore such a mess in their dating life. And here you have a character who is really smart, has a amazing best friend. She has a great job. She's obviously like doing pretty well for herself. She just has been fed all these ideas of love and literally does not know how to find it. And judging by my friend group and all the people, all the amazing people I know who are singular than ever, I think that, this is a thing that people are really wondering, like, why is it so freaking hard?
yeah.
So I think, our show asks the questions and truly provides no answers, um, but hopefully gives a space where people can really reflect on, like, yeah, what is it? And why did I leave that relationship, or why did that not work? Um, it is kind of a mystery. It's more of a mystery than even just figuring out why the timeline is happening.
I feel like this is like the perfect show to get over a breakup. So like I'm really happy it's coming out, like, and I'm really happy I'm gonna binge it. Last question, without any context, what episode was your favorite to film?
Ooh. Hmm. Maybe 3 or 7.
Interested. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You
Thank
have a
you.
good evening.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.